Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are going to go over all of the Azur lane commanders so that you guys will have a good idea of what to expect when you get them, if you guys want them. Starting with the Atago. The Atago's first is Death from Below, and it reduces the detectability of your torpedoes, which is terrifying for any battleship captains. It decreases it by an extra 10 meters, and then, of course, as you rank up, that'll go up. Then we've got Ingenious, which is reduce the incoming splash damage and increase the traverse of your guns. Then Beyond Range, of course, increases the maximum range of your guns. Full Speed Ahead gives you increased maximum speed for your cruiser and decreased rudder shift so you're more agile. You can use Igniter to gain extra fire chance when you shoot HE, which is pretty much all you should be shooting out of an Atago is HE because it's amazing. Arsonist gives your cruiser's main gun HE shells damage plus 3%. The chance of fire being caused is up by 2%, but incoming damage is increased by 10%. That's a rough trade. I get it. It's good. It's a very good perk, and that's specific to the Atago, I believe. I don't think you're going to see that anywhere else, so keep that in mind. But that's a rough nerf, plus 10% to incoming damage. But if you want your better chances, you never know. Then we've got Sponge, which is incoming damage reduced. Now, of course, you can use these perks to negate anything from the... Well, somewhat. That's a big if. So, Sponge, obviously, incoming damage for cruisers is decreased. Armament's HP is increased, and Armament's repair time is decreased. So, Punch Through, main gun, AP shells damage, and penetration multiplier. This is almost never going to be useful. Anytime that you're using AP, you're not going to need the extra penetration because you're usually firing against a cruiser who's broadside. That's the only time you should ever switch to AP on this thing. Incoming damage is reduced if you want to use Fortified. So in this one, I would probably choose Sponge. And then here we've got Acoustic Chamber, which gives you an extra sonar and reduces sonar reload time. And sonar duration, increases the duration. Or you can get Fixated, which increases the precision of your cruiser's main guns and decreases the dispersion of your main batteries. And then by the book, we have Damage Control Party reload time is reduced, and Damage Control Party duration is increased. So it'll last longer and take less time to reload. Refill station, reload time of the main guns is decreased, so probably would go with this personally. So that's the Atago. Moving on, we have a couple for the Royal Navy here. We have the Hood. Just going to go over these real quick. We've got Torpedo Charmer. Obviously, the Hood is a battleship captain here. Torpedo Charmer means you can see torpedo damage is reduced by a further 5.5%. I think I forgot to look at that when I was checking out the Hood to see what the damage reduction was, so I apologize. The range of the battleship's main guns is increased. We've got Brawler, we've got Gyrating Drill Bits, Crisscross, we've got Marksmanship, we've got Firefighter, and we've got the new perk, which is Royal Navy's Glory, which is a fantastic looking perk, where it decreases damage control reload and gives you extra speed for your battleship. And then for the bottom line, we have Emergency Specialist and Master Mechanic. And of course, I chose Master Mechanic. And then for the bottom legendary perks, if you get that, Farsight is not preferable because you lose a repair party charge. And then Running with Scissors gives you a little bit better rudder shift, a little bit better traverse on your guns, and the dispersion is slightly worse. Okay, so moving on, we've got the Nelson. Like a rock, incoming damage to your battleship is reduced. Then we've got Brawler, Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits, Porcupine, The special perk is Big 7, which increases the main battery damage of your battleship at the cost of reduced armor penetration. So that's the special perk for this commander. Then we've got Marksmanship and Firefighter, Emergency Specialist, and Master Mechanic. Again, Master Mechanic gives you the ability to get that extra repair party, which is amazing. It also reduces the reload time of your repair party and increases the amount of HP that you can recover. Which the Nelson already has a fantastic recovery, so adding more on top of that is even more ridiculous. Running with Scissors, obviously, and Farsight, again, preferably the Running with Scissors, because I don't see losing a repair party charge as being beneficial. Okay, moving on, we've got the Belfast, Azur Lane. We've got Out of Nowhere, which is ship's detectability after firing main guns is reduced from a smoke screen, so reduced. We've got Ingenious, incoming splash damage and traverse speed of the cruiser's gun. Beyond Range increases the range of the cruiser's guns. Then Piercer increases the penetration of your cruiser's guns. And yeah, that is for AP shells. Which is, again, one of those times where you're not really going to use AP all that often on this thing. You're going to be using HE most of the time, so this probably isn't worth it. I'd say either this or this. Smoke Screen. The radius is increased. The detectability after firing main guns from a smoke screen, so these two kind of... or no. This perk and this perk kind of go together. So you get an extra 4% reduction in detectability when firing from a smoke screen. But you lose a smoke charge. That's kind of rough. Chance of fire being caused by the cruiser's HE shells is increased with Igniter. And full speed ahead, of course, increases the cruiser speed and decreases rudder shift. Then we've got Sponge, which incoming damage for cruisers is reduced, armaments HP is increased, and the repair time for guns is decreased. Punch Through is cruisers' main guns, AP shell damage, and penetration multiplier. Incoming damage from Light Fortress is reduced. Then Acoustic Chamber, which out of all of these, I think this one is the one for, or maybe it's this one. I don't remember. I don't know which one's. I haven't seen Light Fortress before, so that's probably what it is. Acoustic Chamber, sonar reload is shortened, the duration is lengthened, and you get an extra charge, which is preferable. Fixated, precision of your main guns is increased, and dispersion is decreased, so both good. We've got By the Book, minus 3% to damage control, and plus 2% to damage control duration. So both goods. But being able to reload your guns faster is preferable. So probably would go with this personally. Moving on, we should have Hipper. And Hipper has Firewall. Burning damage to your ship is reduced. We've got Ingenious, which we've already gone over. I'm just going to kind of click on these, and then when we get to the special one, I'll shout that one out. Beyond Range, Full Speed Ahead, Igniter, and Before It's Too Late. Then we've got Sponge, Punch Through, and then Vice Defense. Vice Defense is the special perk here. Reduce damage to your cruiser at the cost of a longer damage control party reload time. So you take less damage from everything, but your damage control reloads 25% longer. That's a pretty big negative. But the incoming damage, I could see you taking that, but personally I'd probably go with Punch Through myself, because I fire a lot of AP out of the Hipper. Acoustic Chamber, which we've already gone over, gives you the extra sonar charge. And Fixated, dispersion of the main battery and precision of the main guns. And then, of course, the same thing down here, Refill Station and By the Book. Probably would go with Refill Station. So I think that, nope, there was one more, the Dunkirk final Azur Lane commander here. Floodgate is the perk. Owie. I think I just got stung on my big toe. Apologize. Flammable Cannoneer. Brawler. These are normal. Gyrating Drill Bits. Porcupine. And Frontal Fire. Frontal Fire is the new perk, apparently. Switch ammo type almost instantly if all main battery guns are fully loaded. Oh my god. Yes. Yep, that's what we need. So, definitely would pick this perk. Especially if you're in the Dunkirk, or any of the French battleships for that matter. Because how many times you get caught looking with armor piercing? You catch those destroyers with HE, almost instantly being able to switch if you're already loaded. So that's a good perk. I like that. Megalomania. We've got Firefighter and then Marksmanship. We've got Master Mechanic, which gives you the extra repair party charge, and the Emergency Specialist. Farsight and Running with Scissors. Again, I would probably go with the Running with Scissors. Now, if we go over what I personally think of the Azur Lane commanders, I'm glad that they're not overpowered. They're really not. But they are a nice addition to your commanders if you want that kind of in-between build. You're not going to get a pure dispersion build out of it. You're not going to get a pure tank build out of it because we have other commanders for those. But for a nice combination of dispersion and tankiness, plus you get those extra little perks, which some are good, some aren't so good. I think I like it. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the new commanders. And as always, if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.